Boomity boom boom boom. Hello everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. I think so. Welcome to Music Monday with the pie and me trying to make some music right here on my iPad. Fun times, good times, everyone, right on. Let us quickly say hello to the people who are in the front row and pay off my assistant with treats. You don't what? Woohoo, here we go. Little pie. We've got MJ Cabernis. Well, hello, and Jaden. Nice to see you, Jaden, and Dave Bops, the boppiest of them all. Looks like Thomas Christ is not here today, so right over here is my QR code. You can just, if you're not already pre-connected with me, you can just scan that with your phone, and you will be in the life and love and laughter corner right there with me and the pie. All right, I'm gonna get my iPad right here into the mix so that we can start checking out what's going on. We're gonna look at some sales. We're gonna look at new app releases, and then we're gonna get to work working on the apps of Igor Vasiliev. Spacey, cool stuff. We're going to make some experimental, wild fun. Right on. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, don't promise to behave, Dave. That's just silly. Oh, whew. It's a coffee time. Yeah, I did. I had some issues. I had some disrespect. Perfect. All right. Let's get my iPad in here, because when I have my iPad, I'm not nervous. By the way, I don't know if you see the pinned comment. The pinned comment tells you about how I'm going to be on the Community Pulse later. Frank Terzo's show, if you have never watched that, it's pretty amazing. He tells everybody what's going on in the whole community, and then he has a guest on, and they talk to that guest, and they find out stuff, right? And MJ was just on there the other week. Hey, it's Justine Kasprick and James Myers drums. So nice to see both of you. I really liked your show yesterday, Justine. That was really funny. I think. Yeah, if you guys have never watched Justine's show, she's on every Sunday at 5 something Eastern time. Hey, Allie's here too. What's up? Yes, anyway, I'm going to be on there later. It's a pinned link. Let's see. I'm going to throw in my link tree just for fun, just in case you were looking, but I don't think you need it, but there it is. And that's how you can connect to all the stuff. All right. Let's open up App Raven and find out what's new this week. Just super quick. We don't need a lot of preamble. She is on fire with me there. All right, so first let's check out what came out this week. New releases, see all. And then we look in the this is App Raven, by the way. And then your category is music. And here we go. So none of these. Sound enhancer. Let's see. Audio. This looks like it's you can use it to audio editor. I use Meow for this. Yeah, this looks like it's the kind of stuff that Meow does. How much is this? Oh, it's free. And 3 IAPs. So maybe check it out if you want to. If you don't already have something to chop up your stuff with. Ooh, Spacewalk chord generator. Let's take a look at that. Ambient chords, 0 effort. Generative AV3 ambient chord engine for iPad. Ooh, this looks quite cool. The Spacewalk harmonic engine is now on iPad, providing AV3 instrument and MIDI effects versions for generating evolving progressions inside your host. Spacewalk's a generative harmony engine. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, and look, it's $5.99 right now, and it's usually $9.99. Or I guess it just came, it's going to be $9.99. Hey, so this says it's new, but then again, it says, oh, price history. I get it. All right. Perfect. Hey, Berry. Just another Music Monday. I wish it was Sunday. 'Cause that's my Bunday. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Let's see. None of these are for us. Oh, Exosphere came out last week, but we already know about that, and we're going to look at it today. Ooh, Jade Star. It just dropped today. Very cool. All right. I see that now. It says December 9th, it says, but it must be December 9th in Australia. I don't know. Anyway. Now let's look for the on sales. On sale category, music. There may still be sales on for Christmassy kind of times. Let's see, Productivity FM Times by Mediculous is on sale for $5.99 from $14.99. The #1 FM EP library for your iPad. AUV3 FM synth, electric piano library. Well, that's awfully cool. It says it's AUV3, but is it? Yes, it is. All right, so that's cool. FM Times. You bought Punchline, Jim? Welcome, Jim. That's cool to hear. Then we got this IFX rack. It's on sale from $9.99 to $4.99. Vintage modeled effects. Very cool, very cool. Gospel organ. This is, again, Mediculous LLC. It looks like all their apps may be on sale. $14.99 to $6.99. These are U.S. prices, my friend. A Hammond organ virtual instrument emulation. Their apps are pretty good, so... MK Sensation Extreme from $24.99 to $12.99. Impulsation. It looks like these are all Mediculous. Yes. That they call this one the #1 bread and butter synth. Well, that's awfully cool. The Impulsation, once again, it's theirs. It's a convolution reverb on sale for $3.99 from $9.99. Splat to Clats on sale, of course, $6.99 instead of $14.99. Ooh, Copperhead, a synth. That's a nice little synth. Is on sale for $9.99 from $14. Whoop, 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 whoop. And MIDI Step is on sale. $7.99 from $14.99. I saw this app and I've been interested in this one. This looks pretty cool. It's kind of a generative. It gives you a lot of really cool soundscapes, things. It can give you an evolving soundscape. You know the drill. You do know it. Patterning 3 MIDI Strummer is on sale. Patterning 3 is from $29.99 to $19.99. No, Stylophone synth sequencer with filter. I don't know. That doesn't look like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything exciting about that. Session band stuff is on sale. A buck off. Looks like that's all we've got for now. All right. I'm so excited now. It's time to play with. let's take a look. Let's quickly look at Exosphere in here, because Exosphere, now Jay did a show on this the other day, and of course you know that she is the queen of app demos. But I'm just going to play so we can kind of see what it is that we can get out of this, and how to sort of blend it with some other stuff from his other apps. I think we'll start with this one anyway. So Exosphere, it's a creative tool. It shapes continuous ambient and meditative compositions based on these 5 independent sound layers. And I'm just going to quickly say what they are, and then we're just going to work. Hi, heathen granny. What's up? Are you going to insult the pie by calling her by the wrong name again? Wait, no. The core is the deep evolving drones that anchor your listener with resonant low frequencies, creating a grounding presence in the body. Flow, a layer reminiscent of an instrument, voice, or choir that forms a harmonic foundation of the composition. Gentle shifts in color and pitch, creating a subtle drifting detune that feels fluid and alive. Grain, layers of stretched environmental fragments, whispers of wind, water, and space that envelop the listener in a textured, atmospheric sense of place. Shard, fleeting melodic fragrance that surface and dissolve unpredictably. So like a little pop in, like echoes of imagined songs, sparkling, shifting associations, and evoking transient images. God, I love this. It's so beautiful. You could just read this to some music, right? Glow, high sparkling tones that flicker like light on water, bringing brightness, clarity, and a gentle radiance to the soundscape. Honestly, you guys, you could just clip that, and every time you want to make a soundscape, you could just read that and be like, oh, this is how to put it together. All right, let's just open this puppy up. We're going to get into AUM, probably my favorite app. Maybe one more, kitty. Look at her. She's just like, doesn't it? It does sound like poetry. So let's just pull it into, let's just pull it in. See? Automatically we've got something. Man, that sounds pretty amazing, but we're not going to start there. So let's put it on. Let's set it to a knit. All right. Now we're going to randomize all. So you can see I tapped the random. That's all. Let's check our options. The samples are all. But look, I've got several of my own samples in here. All right, we'll solo each of these one at a time. Thomas is here. What's up? Thomas, yay. Dubbed Bleep Rise. I make sweat. There we go. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Okay, I'm going to turn this up. Oot, oot, oot. Turn it. Oop. Turn it. Oop. It's shocking. Shocking. Anyway, they're just rumbling along. So we could give it a little more presence so it's louder. And then the tone, let's make it a little lower. See, as you can hear it, it just, the tone brings it down. Now we'll throw in these parameters. And these are all the little LFOs that run it. So I'm going to make this rate a little slower. Steps. Now see how you can see these little, green lines? The green line is, it shows you what your, what parameters your machine, your sound is going in between. So let's take this tone. Let's take the tone and make it run lower. See? There we go. And you can still feel it. Just sort of blump, 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 blump. I'm going to throw the depth down. I'm going to turn the rate up. Let's turn this treble down. Let's make our depth. Then change the rate. Let's change this to a square. We got this bass way up. Let's turn the space up. Let's keep the detune low. All right, perfect. Now next, we're gonna throw in some flow. I think let's mute. There we go. You can feel that. There we go. We'll solo this. This is a little intense for me, so I'm going to bring this presence down. Let's bring this tone down. Now check these parameters. Let's turn this treble way down. Oh, that's nice. That's way better. Let's throw up this width. Let's throw this gain down. Let's put up this rate. Let's turn down this rate. Let's turn these depths down this way. We'll turn this density down. And you can hear the subtle changes. Thomas Christ, Duck Kidder, what's up? Did I say hi to you before, Tease? I'm sorry, I don't even know. I'm so into this. Let's get this tone down. There we go, rawr. Now it's just sort of flipping along. Ooh, yeah. All right, here, let's change this sound. I don't like any of those. Let's go to our library. Ooh, I like this ambiance. Let's turn that down too. Okay, we're hearing this. Sounds nice. Gary Hubs! Those are sounding good. Granny! You need help. Hello, cuteness. All right, let's solo this puppy. Yeah, this guitar theme is a bit much for me. Let's try a choir theme. Let's get this back. Let's see what happens to it. Now we're going to go into these parameters. Ooh, let's turn up this echo time. Echo presence, space, we'll turn those up. Ooh. Let's play with this filter. Filters are fun. Oops. Yeah, now the filter's kind of scooping around. Hey, what's up, Zach Thong? We'll change the shape. We'll put shorter lengths of stuff. So this is just popping in and out. Matt Perkowski's here too. My gosh, I'm having a great day. Let's turn this All right, now we'll solo this one last bit, this glow. Let's Metallics 02. Turn this presence down. We can turn this tone up so we have one really high kind of bell-like bit. Ooh, I like that. Let's diffuse it up. Ooh, yes, there we go. We'll mess with that filter. Oh yeah, the filter's going rickety, 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 rickety. I've never been on the line, hun. I watch it. All right. That's nice. Now, we've got this shadow. Let's turn up our shadow. And let's change it to like shadow 3. Oh yeah, listen to that. Now that sounds amazing. So let's save this. Okay. So now you have to go, it's called new preset. So while you're here on new preset, now we go to rename. Now we'll say, what do we want to call this? Wind tunnel. Kitty, stop it. You don't get to eat nothing but treats. I can't brush you like I can. All right. Now we're all ready. We've got our stuff. We've got it all set. And now we're going to, this is how I start with a fun vibe, is I use scalar, EQ, and I'm going to test what kind of stuff is coming in here. So scalar EQ, we're going to detect. Oh, kitty. She's looking at me. She wants to hurt me. It's C minor. We're in C minor, D sharp major. Nice. So, what do we want next? See, this is what I think we'll do. I'm gonna grab some Space Fields. Space Fields is another awesome app from Igor, right? Now what I'm gonna do, now this is crazy, right? Well, first we're gonna come in and let's double check we know C minor, right? So I'm gonna check my drone comb. There we go. But we have to change the key, C minor. Whoops, C minor. There we go. Now see, our drone is all, our sounds are all. Oh no, Zach. You're so beautiful, pie. Pie. Yeah, now see, you can hear all of the frequencies are boosted in here, and it sounds so yummy. So what we do, now I'm gonna add this, is a bus send. I'm gonna send it to bus A, and then I'm going to, oops, well, we're gonna have to move this. Okay, select, watch this, so fun, select, and then, whoops, I guess it doesn't move there. Well, so we're gonna put our bus, receive from bus A, there we go. So now you have 2 of these. And here we're gonna put in some space fields. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create this bizarre convolution reverb right on here. Wow, listen to that. So I'm going to turn this into a bit of a drum by using GR effects. And now we're gonna look for one of these drum it up things. So over here, rhythmic, drum me. Hey, Lori's Mishmash is here. Covered with buffalo wing fingers. Here we go, drum me low. There we go. Take out that high. See, all I did was took out there. It was running something up a full octave. I put it up a fifth instead, so it would be a little chunkier. So yeah, this is sort of loud, kind of. I always add in, you know what I add in, a little launch pad. And remember, we're in C minor, so take some C minor. You know what we need, I think, actually? What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? How about some lo-fi tranquility? Perfect for a rainy day. Now what? It's anyone can make a drone, and it's a beautiful drone. But how do we get our drone to turn into some music? Jeez. This is where it gets interesting when it keeps crashing. See, it crashes, but it's all good. Now we're gonna go back over to here, see, reload. Now it'll be synced. You gotta get it into C minor. There we go, C. See what it says on the bottom, C minor. But I think we're going way too fast. There we go, it's at 80. Let's make this 84. Can you hear that? Creepy, right? Remember, these drums are just being made by space fields, right? Now let's go in and look at, we're going to go in App Store and we're going to check what else Igor does. Oh. No. When she ruins my clothes, she goes down. Hey, Hugh Caldwell, what's up? I'm just gonna go to Exosphere. Vintage rack. Ooh, loop mangler. Let's run this in somewhere else too. Let's go. Let's see. her stuff. It's called iMall. Oh, I know. Did you notice what I just did there? So what I did was I ordered this. I ordered my audio units by, it's right up here, sort by company name, last used. So it's by company. And we're just checking. It's called IFGH. There we go. IMAL. So we got beat cutter. Ooh, beat cutter. All right, I say we'll change this. We'll select this and we're gonna move it there. All right, so there's our, now we're gonna take our audio unit that we were just looking at. We're gonna take, and let's find something of Igor's that we can use to make more. See? More! We just type it, maybe if we type iMall. There we go, see? Look. Let's try Glitchscaper. Now, when you come in here, what? You have to find your input. There we go. There's my input. Let's set. See, there we go. So now it's mixed. So now we've got this other stuff kind of mixed with our sound. Kind of these extra little grunges and grimes and... See that? Can you hear it kind of mixed in between this sound and the other sound? Ooh, very nice. Just have a plain thing, so let's add a synth in here. What would be some nice new synths to try? Ooh, you know what? How about VHS synth? Vapor punk. Oh, whoops! This isn't the right app. There we go. It's Super VHS. Nope. King of VHS. Wow! Look at all that DSP I'm using. Ha! Let's use Bounce Bud as always. Oh, keep track of this. All right, let's put this set quietly. Now we're gonna need something C minor for that. So let's put the bottom. Yeah, we're already in C minor. What do you know? So I keep the speed low, make the size large. 10 balls is good. Let's go bottom. And keep our note length at, let's go 1 bar. Find a new, I'm going back to solo this. Let's find something. Now our DSP is like flying in here. So let's try this. I can't, that's not, oh, let's see. I'm not looking for a bass. I'm looking for like a ethereal stereo widener. I know, 74%, right? Looking for something I like here. Ooh, yeah, there we go. It's only 64 now. Now let's throw in, we're gonna go, let's search IMAL. What would sound good on here? Maybe some classic effects. Yeah! That means there's still over 25% available. Yes. All right, let's go solo this out again. There's it sound. Wow, look at this classic effects. So look at all these bright pad. Set. So what this does, we had 85%. We're setting. Oh, chorus and flanger. Yeah, there we go. So what this one does, as you can look how crazy this is. If you find anything, anytime that I'm playing around with apps here on the show, and it's not the featured app, but you like the app, then go ahead and let me know, like in the comments or whatever, if you'd like me to focus more on that app in the future. See, so you can just take, so there's just so many little levels here, right? Isn't that just cool looking? That app was Classic Effects, Jim Shannon, by Igor Vasiliev. We're running 83%. Sounds kind of rad. And then you could come in here, of course, and just be like, crazy. But you could even see, now you've got these little more. I could even take and come back in here. So I've changed my launch pad drums to a bigger, chunkier one. So you could come in here and instead of this drum me, which actually I'm gonna be, let's actually save this. My drum me. We'll call this drum me plus fifth. There we go. So it's save it as. See? Let's try it. This one's wobblier. Listen to that one, all chaotic. This one's wobbly. But then again, so you could do something different with this too. So like, let's say we already have our drums. So now we want this to be something else and not drums. Let's go ethereal. Shimmery sweetness. Now that's totally different. Let's take out the drums. But then again, all right, so let's replace. We're playing at the edge here, guys. Let's try to replace this with Playbeat 4 and see if it gives us any more. See, we're at 80. Time I touch something, it totally freaks out. So clearly but the thing is that, you know, even if you're overdoing your stuff. Yeah, timeless 3, huh? Sitting at 99%. So I'm pressing stop, which won't stop Exosphere. Exactly. You can still render it. That's the whole point. And all we have is Playbeat 4 and King of VHS. That sounds so beautiful, really. So if you wanted to, you could simply record. Like, see, it's only at 62% here, so I could hit record. And then I can hit record, and I can record. Let's just give it. This is just kind of a little jam. So you can record this. And as you can see, it's not overblowing itself. It's absolutely working. I give it like 16. Now the tail. There's our tail. And now you turn off the recording. Achoo! Oh. Sorry. And then you would go into your recordings and take a look. And here's this King of VHS recorded. Now, the way I check it out is I come in and I look in Audio Share, because that's where you find them, by the way. Anything you've recorded in AUM, you can find right up here, AUM recordings in Audio Share. Now we'll just take a look at that. See? Now you can see what's up with this and see. Change the buffer size and setting to squeeze more out of the DSP. Right on. Jade Star always has. Jim Shannon asks, what's the most intensive DSP app available? Right? Okay, let's look in our settings and see what our buffer's like. So my buffer's at 1115, so it's pretty high. It might be locked by another running app. I see. Oh, thank you. I feel so blessed. But here, these things are still there. And obviously you would do the same thing. I'm just going to record some of this. Yes, so just so you guys know, the iPad I'm running is an M1 2021 model. So my iPad's almost 5 years old. 4 years old. Yeah, it's right. It's my iPad's 4 years old, and it's running like there's an M5 now. So I think this is a. It's Launchpad. Gotcha. Well, I kicked Launchpad out. Let's see if that's better. Now see, so we just got... So my recording has been... My recording has been compromised. Just go in there. Exosphere. Yep, I heard that. It's locked to buffer. I'm gonna go check the buffer again now that I got rid of it. See, this is the fun. One of the reasons that we do stuff like this is so we can find out for ourselves exactly how to solve problems. Let's go back. Let's hit on. So we're at 96, 97, 96, 92, 87, head down. There it did. It killed. There's absolutely. So these are some really high DSP apps. So there's Glitchscaper, which we can get rid of. That sounded cool. So obviously you just come in and see, now we're only at 63. So on this app, settings, here's your sample rate, here's your buffer size, here's your latency, and then all these other things. Anyway, it's time to go over to Jade's now. But we saw what all we needed to do was look at like weird ways to take weird sounds and musicalize them. Let's turn this down. I'm going to save this. Let's save it as set up for HC weirdness. Yay, save a session. Now we can get out of here. I'm going to say goodbye to my face super quick because it's got 5 minutes to go over to Jade's. Thank you for being here and playing around while I indulge myself with wacky apps like I always do. Woohoo! Jade Star's up next with Life and Love Soundbox Pack by Cinematic Alpha. That's going to be really cool. So after Jade, and I think after Pete, is going to be the Community Pulse. Your pinned comment. I'm going to be on the Community Pulse, and you're going to see me be talked at by Pete Johns. So join me over at Jade's right now, everybody, and we will continue with an incredible week of content. I started us off, and I'm going to end us on Friday night, but up until then, we've got hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of amazing entertainment. So let's all gather up our fun times and head on over to Jade's now. And I will see you back here tomorrow for art. All right now, big love everybody, and all the peace that you can carry. Bye-bye.